you will be given lots of times that you have perpendicular lines. Two segments in a figure are perpendicular. From that information, you can say, oh, okay, perpendicular lines form right angles. But then you need to say, all right angles are congruent. Now we're going to learn another congruency theorem, and we might add one more thing onto here, but that'll be next time. Okay? So let's go ahead and quickly take a look at our next one. Given BC is perpendicular to AD and that BC bisects angle ABD, prove triangle ABC is congruent to triangle DBC. And you don't want to use the way the triangle looks, you want to use what you write. Because sometimes, especially like when I first started using the computer, I had to cut and paste a triangle in. I couldn't just draw a nice one because it was difficult. Now they make it pretty easy. But you don't want to assume that this is an equilateral triangle or an isosceles triangle. You don't want to assume any of that. It could very well be something that would look like this in reality. So don't assume a triangle is what it looks like. So number one, I am given that BC is perpendicular to AD, and I'm given that BC bisects angle ABD. So I should make that bigger. Given. Now I don't actually have anything I can directly write. Right? There's nothing here, like I don't have something marked equal where I can just go over and do it. So I'm going to have to start off, and my first statement says BC is perpendicular to AD. That means I know this. And I'm going to immediately say then, angle ACB and angle DCB are right angles. And that's because perpendicular lines form right angles. Okay? Now, what's going to follow directly from that is the fact that all right angles are congruent. So now, in another step, I can say angle ACB is congruent to angle DCB. And you can write that at this step, or you could have waited till further down. The problem with waiting till further down is you've already marked that, so you're going to kind of be thinking you've already proved it. So I want to say all right angles are congruent. So now I have that this is equal to this. Questions? Okay, I also have that BC is bisecting ABD. So BC, ABD. So I know this equals that. So here I'm going to put angle sorry, go back to here. This should have been ACB. Make that correction, sorry. ACB and DCB. Yeah, because I wanted this one. I switched those accidentally. Okay, so now ABC, now I do want that angle. ABC is congruent to angle DBC, and that is because an angle bisector creates two congruent angles. Now I've used everything, so I'm going to come back up to here. Which one do you see, Jackson? Yes, reflexive, excellent, because it's sharing that line. So step 5 will be BC is congruent to BC, and that is reflexive. Property of equality. And I'm ready for my congruency statement. I've got 2 angles and a side, so it's going to be one of these 2. Now which one? Angle, side, angle. So we've got number 6, angle, side, angle. We'll fill in the steps in a moment. And I want this statement exactly as it appears. ABC is congruent to DBC. And my steps, so now I can't just do 1, 2, 3. So my steps are, here's the equal right angles. Make sure you made that change where I goofed there. Here are 2 equal angles. And here are the sides. Now I'm not picky about this because that's an angle, that was the side. If you want to make sure you're going in the right step, you could put 5 and 4, and that would make you look for the angle, look for the side, look for the angle. Okay, but either is okay. All right? Very good. Thank you.